Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to iGyan. Today we are unboxing the Galaxy S20 Plus. We also have the S20 here with us. We'll also soon have the S20 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Flip. So if you guys are interested in any of those phones as well, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get notified each time iGyan uploads a video. But right now, let's quickly get started with this unboxing. So guys, this is a pre-release box. Nothing is really mentioned on the box in terms of price or whatever, but we're already aware of the price. The S20 Plus starts at 73,990, whereas the S20 starts at 66,990. Now, depending on what variant you get, what RAM, what storage, etc., you can sort of increase the price. But this one's in the cosmic gray, and I'm excited to check out that color. It's a really interesting color, and the packaging is getting more and more simplistic for Samsung. So we've got a plain black box, S20 logo on the top. Nothing else really, S20 Plus branding on the side of the box. But that's about it. It does still say the Indian SIM card only thing on the box as well. This is something that Samsung has had for a while. And this is to prevent the phone going from this market to other markets without being used. Because in certain cases, the phones are cheaper in India, and that is due to the Exynos chip. So let's quickly unveil. So we do have the phone first, as always, and you can see the cosmic gray color. So there is a 25-watt charger inside the box as well. And there are some other accessories. So you do get a USB-C cable, which is a really good quality cable now. So Samsung's really upped its game in terms of accessories. So really nice quality cable over here. And then of course the AKG earphones. Now these are USB Type-C because of course this time around there is no headphone jack in these phones. You also get some additional ear tips. And that seems to be about it for our box. If you do get a retail box, you will also get this, which we also got. So you get a SIM ejector tool. And if I open this up, there is a sort of silicone case for the back of the phone. And if you put that on, you retain the gloss of the back of the phone without scratching it. So a really nice fitting cover. You also get a little bit of a lip around the camera lens, so you can protect your camera lens as well. There'll be some documentation, possibly the warranty certificate, the regional lock guide telling you about the Indian SIM lock. There's a quick start guide and a warranty certificate, and that basically completes everything inside the box. Let's take a look at the device itself. Even though if you look at the phone for the first time, it looks like the form factor is not really different. But when you hold the phone, you can actually feel like the phones are slightly slimmer, and they do curve out really nicely towards the edge. So they fit in the hand really nicely. Also on the back, at least on this phone, I'm not sure what the final retail phone is going to look like. There's only the Samsung logo, no additional markings whatsoever. So fairly clean with respect to the device itself. So while this is setting up, I'll tell you some of the key differences between the S20 Plus as well as the S20. There are not a lot of differences. The first major difference is, of course, the size of the phone itself. So this one comes with a 6.7-inch display, which is a 3200 by 1440 pixel display. This is a Super AMOLED 2X display according to Samsung. It runs at 120 Hz at full HD, but if you go to the full resolution, you come down to 60 Hz, which is a good implementation because you get the best of both worlds. If you do want 120 Hz refresh rate, you can run the screen at full HD and get that despite it being an AMOLED, so you do get the faster refresh rates, which is nice. Both of these phones in India will have the Exynos 990 chipset. It is an octa-core chipset. You do not get 5G on these phones in India because A, first of all, India is not 5G ready, but B, because the implementation is not there for the chip for India. And even if you travel overseas, you will not be able to use 5G, which is a disappointment. So somebody who buys this phone wants to travel outside and possibly try out 5G. They can't do that if they buy the phones in India. However, if you buy a phone with a Qualcomm chip in there, you can get 5G running on your phone even if you don't live in India. So that is definitely a little bit of a setback for the phone as far as feature availability for India and other markets is concerned. So there are a few cameras on the back of both the S20 and the S20 Plus. The S20 Plus gets an additional camera. So you do get a main 12 megapixel camera, which is a 26mm wide lens with an f1.8 aperture. The 64 megapixel camera, which is an f2 camera, is a telephoto lens. And there is also an ultra wide camera, which is a 12 megapixel sensor with an f2.2 aperture. There is also a 0.3 megapixel TOF 3D sensor on the back of the Galaxy S20 Plus, but the Galaxy S20 does not get that sensor. The phone will record video up to 8K, but you can only get 4K with 60 frames per second. Now, I'm really interested in checking out the 8K video, so we will have a detailed video for that in a later video. Now on the front of both the cameras is a 10 megapixel sensor, and just like the iPhone, now you can capture 4K video at 60 frames per second on the front as well. So lots of similarities with respect to camera capabilities on both these devices. So both the phones have almost similar battery life as well. The larger S20 Plus gets a 4500 mAh battery, whereas the S20 gets a 4000 mAh battery, which should actually last you much longer, because considering the screen size, the phone will require less battery on the screen, whereas this will require more battery. So the battery life should fall in approximately the same, if not more, for the smaller phone. I actually kind of like this form factor better. It feels really nice in the hand and kind of reminds me of the S10e, which was one of my all-time favorite devices. Even though I do miss the fingerprint sensor on the side and the power button. Both these phones do have an in-display fingerprint sensor. You also do have facial recognition, but because there is no infrared scanning on the front, you do not get any Face ID like secure face unlock. So you are better off sticking with a fingerprint sensor if you want a better security on your device. Overall, the phones seem really nice. They're fast and responsive. As far as the Indian variants are concerned, they're super clean, no bloatware whatsoever. You do get your usual suspects, the Samsung applications, Google applications, all folded up. And of course, Microsoft apps, for a lot of people who don't use them, you can't get rid of them on the Samsung devices. I don't know why they still continue to put them there. So that is what Samsung continues to do. As far as the camera layout is concerned, it's a really nice new camera design. For the camera UI as well, you can really jump around here, and in the settings for the video is what I want to show you. In the rear video size, you can jump to 8K. Now this is a massive resolution. It's 7680 by 4320 pixels, but this only records at 24p. And when I say only, it's actually a really good frame rate at what the phone is capable of. So it can shoot 8K video. Video quality will be really nice, and we might have a video just shot entirely on this in 24p just to show you what the camera is capable of. I'm actually considering testing it against some other professional cameras, so we might have a video of that in the future as well. Overall, pretty nice, impressive devices. Good pricing from Samsung, especially for the S20 Ultra and the Galaxy Z Flip. I was actually thinking that they'll be priced much higher, but they've been priced quite nicely for the Indian market, even though some people may think they're still expensive. So this was it. This was a quick look at the S20 and the S20 Plus. Now we're going to be putting these phones through their paces and doing a review of them. So if you guys are interested in that, don't forget to let us know in the comments below. If you're interested in a particular thing about these devices, do let us know in the comment section below as well. I'm going to be hanging on to these for a while, so I'd like to hear from you guys what you want to see. So let us know, and if you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button. If you're not already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon. This has been Bharat Nagpal. I'll see you guys in the next one.